something's going on with my skin, and I don't know what it is. So I'm trying to do like minimum makeup. My power's fluctuating and my neighbor seems to be mowing his lawn and it's really loud, so I don't know how much time I have, but I have a lot I want to talk about. This is new releases. I originally filmed this video, but I keep having a lot of anxiety with my videos. I don't like them, and then I don't want to post them, and I don't ever end up working on them, and it's just been kind of like stressful. So I keep refilming. So I'm refilming again my new releases video. There've been some developments in new releases currently, so I figured I would just go ahead and scrap what I was talking about. A lot of it was kind of older stuff, and I was just like, let's talk about the new stuff because things are dropping really quickly. And between holiday sneak peeks and permanent launches, it's all just like, dude, what is going on? There's a part of me that's kind of like not sick of seeing all these new releases and I'm kind of like getting excited, but there's a bigger part of me that's just kind of like, sometimes there's not as much excitement to the products anymore. And I'm trying to take into account, you know, brands and what they want to represent and the kind of people that they're trying to sell to and what they're trying to make and marketing tactics and all this stuff. And I'm trying to take it all in and really just weed out what I don't need, because I've been kind of a victim since, you know, not starting YouTube, but since, you know, discovering makeup and falling in love with makeup, that I am really easily thrown into things are new and exciting and I want it and I need it and just kind of shopping without thinking. And recently I've been doing a lot of declutters. You're going to see some videos if they're not up already. So get ready, because I say it's ruthless. My highlighter one was not ruthless at all. It was actually pretty shameful. But still, just kind of realizing I have a lot of things and I don't need them all. And there's just things that I bought that I'm like, why did I ever, you know, waste my money? Why did I do that to myself in my wallet? And thinking of all the money I could have been saving, it's just kind of like, uh-oh, okay. My power is fluctuating. I'm freaking out right now. Maybe I should turn this off. I just needed to kind of get some time in and talk about these things, so I saved a bunch of stuff to a list. At first, I didn't think it was that much, and then I went through today, I was kind of making some notes on them, and it was like, what is going on? It's so much. It's just, it's a lot, and honestly, there's some good items that I'm really excited for. I do want to say, I said it in the last video, but I'll make the disclaimer again. I'm really not going to focus on holiday things. There's a couple things in here that are like holiday releases, but I'm not sure if they're Ellie or if they're permanent. And there's kind of just some bigger things, like not just sets, that I want to talk about, kind of in more of a, like this kind of discussion, and then I'll do a whole video just for those. I think that'll turn out pretty nice. But there are a lot of new releases, and there's a couple, holiday-esque releases that have been sneak peeked that I do kind of want to talk about on here. I guess I'll start with that. I don't want to like intro this too much more. I don't think I need to explain this. Pretty much I just want to talk about things that are new. I'm just kind of I'm a little excited, you know. This is like, you know, it's exciting. It's cool. So this came out two nights ago I think. The Gingerbread Spice palette from Too Faced. It's nothing no one hasn't seen before, and I could find all these colors in my collection easy. That being said, I kind of want it. I'm not entirely sure what it is. For some reason, like, I've never been that attracted to shimmer shadows before, but those last, like, 2 rows, for some reasons, just seem really glamorous. Like, that green and that purple that's right above it. I mean, like, are Too Faced purples that good? No, but, like, I kind of want to see it anyway. And then the color that's, like that whole last row, that pink shade in the middle of that second to last row, I don't know what it is. I'm kind of into it. I know this won't be on sale, so I have to keep that in mind. I'm considering buying it during the VIB sale should it be released by then. I'm sure it would be, because the VIB sale is, what, in November? A little late October, kind of like that. But, ooh, I should probably get out of the way. Whatever. I mean, let me know. This is better than that white chocolate bar they released, because that was like an abomination of a holiday palette, and Too Faced really, I mean, just disgusting. I'm gonna give that a couple of weeks and let that newness wear off, and then we'll see if I really need it. This is the Morphe 35V Stunning Vibes Artistry palette, $24. You know, I like this and I don't. Yeah, I like this and I don't. I guess they are going back to their, what are these? I guess they're going back to their 35 pan palettes, which, I mean, fine, I guess, or whatever. But I will say that this totally did not need to be, like, this big old palette. If they wanted to do the 35V, which I assumed originally stood for 35 Violet, because it has all these purples in there, and blues, but I guess not. those last 3 rows, if they had just taken those, chopped everything else out, and then made it, you know, this 15 pan palette, like I think they have some that are kind of smaller like that, then this would have been really great, and I think it would have sold really well. But I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of interested, but I don't want to buy it, and then I have 20 other shadows in there that I'm just never gonna touch, because I'm gonna be real with you, like, those other shades, they're just not shades that I am gonna use in this palette. Like, I'm not buying this for those shades. I have those already. I don't need them. So I guess they're buying it because they're selling it to artists, obviously, and people who want to do, you know, mass amount of makeup and have, like, all the everything in one, like, blah, blah, whatever. It just, I guess, you know, it's, I just think it would have been better if it had been smaller. I think I would have bought it if it was smaller. There's a lot of palettes. There's a lot of eyeshadow palettes, so I'm gonna kind of break them up. This actually just got released today, and I think this is kind of what pushed me to make this video today, is the Marc Jacobs, almost said something totally different, Marc Jacobs limited edition highlighter, and it's in gold packaging, so it looks really similar to I have it actually. Their Omega bronzers is in, I think it's in this packaging. I don't know if it's this size or not. It looks huge. I'm trying to see it like in somebody's hand. I just see it on Trend Mood right now. I think I saw it on Makeup Craze. Let me see, because I mean, this pan is ginormous, and I don't know if you can see in the picture. Maybe I did find one, but like, that's huge, right? Like, I'm never gonna use all of this bronzer. I would never use all of this highlighter. I just want to check because it's gonna make me crazy. Yeah, it looks ginormous. It looks like it's this side, gold top packaging, white inside. I guess it has a white back too. And it's described as a gold peach mix. Limited edition, guessing it'll be $50. Yikes. I don't know. This looks crazy dark. I don't think this will ever work for me. I mean, beautiful. I love the gold packaging. I wish it would have all been gold though. I wonder if that would have been more expensive. But I think it would have been a lot prettier if it was all gold chromatic packaging. Just my complaint. I don't know, like, even that swatch, I'm just kind of like, I'm not into it. It looks really similar to their dewdrops too. I know you can't tell from it in here, but I have the dewdrops, and that shine looks incredibly similar to the dewdrops. So I think if you have the dewdrops, you probably won't need this. It just looks like super similar, and again, I don't need to pay $50 for a highlighter. Honestly, my boyfriend had to stop me from buying a Dior Skin Luminizer during the appreciation sale for Sephora. So that's going to be a pass for me. I think it'll do pretty well. Marc Jacobs stuff seems to do really well, but it does look really dark, so I don't know. I did want to mention these because I don't like this. I mean, there's no way in hell I would ever buy this. But there's something about it just is like, what am I looking at? So it is the Topaz L'Oreal, I don't know, eye color combination. I'm not even going to pretend like I have any idea what that says. By louboutinbeaute, and it's creamy shadows, sticks. They look like this. I mean, you make your own choice. It's $50. I don't want that. It's a cream eyeshadow in this stick. I don't know how small it is. It looks ginormous. That packaging seems like it would be such a hindrance. That does not interest me. That doesn't interest me, but I mean, he's known for this, like, crazy, luxurious packaging, but I'm sure Jeffree Star will review these, and I'll see how they work. I don't think they could be that good, and I don't have my hopes up for that product, I'll say it like that. This is the Strobe Cosmetics Divinity palette. They've released a few shades, I think 4 or 5. Hathor, Ocean, Detesh, Aphrodite, and Milda. And honestly, I'm all for these shades. I'm all for these shades. I think they're so gorgeous. So Aphrodite is kind of like a typical color I fall in love with all the time, like that red, orange, matte color. They've got this yellow mustard that looks so gorgeous. This purple metallic. I'm super excited. Kotesh, I said Detesh. I'm so sorry. I did not look at that correctly. Milda is this beautiful green. I have the Creepy Cute palette, and it's so good. It's just honestly so good. I love the colors that are in it, so I'm very much looking forward to this. It looks gorgeous, and I even like the packaging like a lot for some reason. Their packaging is super cute. So, I mean, yeah, I'm really excited about this actually. If I'm sure it's going to be the same price, which I think I paid $34, but there's also a discount code I think you can use. I'm going to see if they're going to do anything for Black Friday, and if they don't, then I'll just go ahead and buy it. Becca released the Volcano Goddess collection. I think they're coming out with glosses, a highlighter, and then the palette. So I'll talk about the palette really quickly. I was so disappointed by this. It hurts my feelings. It hurts my feelings to say that, because the packaging, I remember when they dropped it out, I knew it was gonna bore me. I knew I wasn't gonna like it very much, but I still kind of like held out. Like, the packaging is really cute and super fun looking, and it's like this bright rainbow kind of geode thing, and it just looks really fun and pretty, and I was like, alright, I'm gonna allow myself to get excited, and it was just like, why did I even bother to feel anything at all? Like 9 muted shades, and then that last row is the only row that kind of means anything to me. I'm sure there's a lot of other people that are really into this, but that last row, I mean, that was like the row, because it's like this bright gold, this bright copper, and this bright blue, and they're really gorgeous and really metallic looking, and that just kind of seems super awesome and fun, but everything else is just makes it not worth it. And it's like you take this bright background and then you open it up and it's this. Going back into taking into account Becca as a brand, I mean, I can't imagine Becca releasing a rainbow palette, you know? Like, that's not their thing. That's not who they are. So I have to remember that, but this is just something, it's not for me, and honestly, those last 3 colors are as bright as I've ever seen Becca take it, and it's just kind of like, you know? So that's them. That's them. It is not for me. It is $46. I wish they had done just something different with this. They are releasing well, let's talk about this, 3 lip glosses. They're kind of not interesting to me. I'm not a big lip gloss person. I just got a couple from the Wet n Wild collection. I think this one is drying or coming off, actually. Let's reapply. I just bought a couple, like, you know, $3, $2 glosses from Wet n Wild, so I don't need any more glosses. And these ones are just kind of, you know, like, everyday colors. They've got kind of like this sheer gold, this mauve, and this red, so it's just like, yeah, I don't need it, but someone will like it. I'm sure people really like this formula, and they look really pretty in the lip swatches they've posted. But they also released a highlighter. This is in Gold Lava. Yes, Gold Lava has a really cute press. I think it comes in like some light gold packaging. Really pretty. I think it would be too yellow for my skin. Like, it looks very pop gold, yellow, bright, and it looks, honestly, I kind of like it. It's just, wow, it is like a yellow. I don't know how this would do on fair tones. I mean, I'm kind of coming out of my tan right now, so I feel like it would look good on me now, but when is this coming out? Is this out already? Yes, so it's available now, $38, just like every other one. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I would actually get use out of it if I bought it, but it's cool. I think I'm just kind of swept up in the newness. It's cool. I like that they're making new, you know, highlighter shades, because I think they know that they kind of run the highlighter game, and they're just going to keep expanding on that, and I respect that. I kind of like that, actually. But the palette was honestly just like a shame for me. Moving on, though. I did want to talk about this really quickly, because I didn't know it was a whole collection. Urban Decay Naked Cherry. Boom. Honestly, I'm really down for this palette. I know everyone was kind of like, a cherry palette, but there's no red. Yes, okay, I know. Yeah, I get it. I'm with you, and I'm on board, especially because Urban Decay is not like one of those brands that's like all nudes, or they're like Becca, where they're like, they're not going to release a rainbow palette. I mean, hello, they can't stop releasing rainbow palettes. Like, it's insane. But I really like this pinky plum thing that they got going on. This is what the Aphrodisiac palette should have been, in my opinion. I really wanted that Aphrodisiac palette to be like a longer, pinkier version, and this is what I had in mind for it. So I'm actually really excited that they made this, because I remember being really disappointed when Aphrodisiac came out, and everything else they were releasing was just kind of like, this is so boring, like, I don't like this. But I actually kind of liked it. I'm into this. I'm into this a lot. And I heard through the grapevine that they also trademarked Naked Honey and Naked AF, so I'm really excited to see where they go with those. So I'm totally down for this palette. I definitely intend on picking this up. I'm gonna wait again for Black Friday. I'm sure it won't be on sale Black Friday, because they usually, like, their naked palettes are like never, like, you know. I'm gonna wait until VIB. Hopefully it'll be out by then. it keeps saying coming soon. That's what they said 2 days ago. They're not explaining. I think it's going to be late September, early October when this comes out. But they also released a face palette in the same style as the Urban Decay Kristen Leanne. So it's like 1 pan, 3 powders. I really, really, really hate when they put different products in the same pan. You know what I mean? I don't like it because everything just kind of gets blended together and it bothers me. But I will say, yeah, I like that. Those 2 highlighters would definitely work for my skin. Like, those are my colors. Like a white highlighter and then this pale champagne gold and then we got like this pink blush in the middle. I'm down for that. I would totally wear that. I just wish they weren't like the same pan, you know? That's not my jam. But they also have lipsticks. They look like we have 1 matte and 2 metallic bullet lipsticks, a mini setting spray with packaging, limited edition packaging, and then 2 eyeliners. I think these are all new. I don't know if they're re-promotions or not. I think that they're all new. It doesn't say here, but I mean, I'm not into those. I don't need any of those. I don't need any more eyeliners. I don't need any more setting sprays, and I don't need any more lip products at all. So I'm gonna pass on those, but I am looking at the face palette. I am looking at the eye palette, and I'm excited. I do want to talk about Urban Decay still because they released something else, and this was such a disappointment to me. I was so sad because I feel like there was a lot they could have done with this palette, and I think you already know what I'm talking about, but it's the Urban Decay Elements palette that they are releasing. I think this is holiday. I'm not entirely sure if this is limited edition or not, because I think they release a lot of limited edition things that end up sticking around for a long time. So it comes in this circle packaging. I don't know how big it is, and it's got this outer row of colorful colors, inner row colorful colors, and then this middle shade is a white transformer shade. Whatever, you know. I'm kind of over like that idea of like a transformer shader, but fine. I love the packaging on this. It's this beautiful kaleidoscope, you know, colorful brightness with this gold lettering. And on the inside I looked at it and I was so excited for this colorful palette, and then I zoomed in closer and I was just like, why? It's there's only 4 mattes. I know that's always my complaint, is that there's never enough mattes, but there never are enough mattes. I just don't think that this is, I don't know. What I would have done if this were me and I was working on this is outer row of rainbow mattes, inner row rainbow shimmers or like metallics, and then the middle is like a transformer shade, and then you could take that to any of the mattes to make them like a metallic, I guess, if you want to. I'm assuming that's the whole point of a transformer shade. I don't really use those. Not, I guess. But then it would have been like a new and accessible version of the Mi Vida Loca palette, and then I think that would have been like a better move for them to make. But this to me is just kind of like a repackaged distortion palette, and I'm a little upset by it. Because it's just kind of like, we've seen all this in the Heavy Metals palette, we saw all this again in the Distortion palette, we saw things like this in the Kristen Leanne, and it's just kind of like, I don't know, I'm kind of over all of the colorful metallics. I wish they would make some colorful mattes, and I don't know why they won't, you know? I don't know if this is Ellie or not. I can't seem to find out, but I mean, I think it's going to go on sale, so I'm just going to kind of hang out until it does, and if you want this, I recommend just hanging out until it does go on sale, because, I don't know, again, this isn't anything new I haven't seen from them, and I'm not, like, that excited by it. KKW is releasing new highlighter shades, or the gloss beam bomb, ultralight beams, whatever. I kind of don't care about Kim Kardashian West Beauty. I keep wanting to be impressed, but I'm not. I was really into these at first when they came out because I wanted them, but when I realized that you couldn't buy the gloss and the highlight powder separate, I totally lost interest. I think it's really silly the way they sell them. It's like the duos are $32. I mean, then ultimately I would just be paying $32 for this loose powder, and it's like, that's too expensive. I don't really care about the gloss. And then the gloss bundle is $80 and the powder bundle is $70, so it's kind of like you can't just buy one. That's not how it works. And I wish they would just sell them separately. I think that would honestly be really beneficial, but whatever. But they're releasing these new shades, peach, pink, and then lavender. I mean, the peach is a nice addition, I think, but as with the pink and the purple, it's just kind of like, it's a little late for that, don't you think? I said the same thing recently about Nikki Tutorials' highlighters, and I'll go through those real quick too. She's releasing Space Baby and Cloud9 with Ofra, and they're like a pinky color and then like a blue iridescent shade on a white base, and it's just kind of like, I mean, Some people are still on that train, and that's great, and I think stans will definitely buy these items. However, I will say that it's too late on the train, and, you know, walking away from the Kim Kardashian discussion, I'll go and talk about Ofra. I honestly think that Ofra could have had, like, the top highlights on the market, holographic highlights on the market, if they had released these sooner, but they didn't. So it's just kind of at this point kind of like, you're not going to have, I think, the same consumer base that you would have had if you had released these a while ago, back when these were, like, really poppin' and, like, everyone was really into it. But at this point, like, for me, one thing I realized was that I had so many, like, of these duochrome holographic highlighters, and it was like, what's the point of owning this? Why do I have all these? I don't even use them. And I kept my Moonchild because I like it, and I do use it on my eyes, and I use it on my face. And it just has a lot of good memories for me. But everything else I got rid of because it was just kind of like, there's no point in keeping this. They're releasing new Obsessions palettes, and they're all what is it? The Precious Stones. Oh, God, whatever. So they're jewel tones. Doi. They've got this red one, purple one, kind of like an amber, orangey brown, and then they have a greenish, bluish, and then a bluish, greenish. I don't know. They're, you know, one's like a deeper green, teal kind of color, and one's like a bright blue kind of color, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And honestly, these are stunning. At first I was kind of like, oh, there's not enough mattes, but the more I look at them, the more I'm like, I actually really like these a lot. I'm very much into them. I really love the two bluish ones. I think those are really pretty, and I have a lot of affinity right now for blue eyeshadow, so I'm really excited to see these, and again, hope they release by the VIB sale. If you haven't noticed, I'm trying really hard to buy things on sale. I'm kind of come to this, like, weird feeling where it's like, if it's not on sale, I don't want to buy it. Like, I just don't want any part of it. I'm really into it. I do wish the purple had, like, 2 more mattes. I just wish they had done some of those shimmers, like, deep purple mattes, because I think that would have been really nice. But I think all these are really pretty. I'm not too interested in the brownish one. I'm more interested in the colorful ones. I should not be buying 4 of these eyeshadow palettes, but I really want to. I think they're super gorgeous. And honestly, I want to pick them up. I want to pick, like, those 4 up. I think I'm looking more at... No, I need to be real with myself. I need to be real with myself. If I was going to pick any of them up, I would get the 2 blue ones and probably that red. I'm really kind of into that deep blackish brownish shade in that red one. I don't know what that is. That looks really pretty to me, though. Kevyn Aucoin is releasing the nudes. What is this? The nude something palette. I don't know. It looks like this, and it also looks like every eyeshadow anyone has ever owned. I don't know. I don't need any of these shades. It's a really pretty color story, though. I will say that. It's really a pretty color story. Oh, e.l.f. Opposites Attract palette. This was like a really random release, if you ask me. So it's like this mix of warm and cool tones, which I guess I can respect. Oh, because it's Opposites Attract. I'm the stupidest person alive. Okay, whatever. Now that I see that, I kind of dig it. Well, you know, again, like, I know that's the whole point of the palette. If they had just split it down the middle, I think I would have been more inclined to buy the one on the right. Because some of those shades are pretty interesting, and I kind of see it, and e.l.f. is not horrible. Like, that made it sound even worse. e.l.f. is not bad. e.l.f. isn't bad at all, and I think they're really nice. It's affordable, $14. And, I mean, I like some of those shades that are in there. I don't need all of these. I don't need all these. That's kind of what's keeping me from buying it. And, yes, it's $14, and it won't break the bank, but it's like, do I really need it? Probably not. So, no. The answer is not probably not. The answer is no. Let's be real here. It's pretty, though, and I think it's a really nice, affordable palette, honestly. Like, it doesn't look like other palettes that are on the market, pretty much, especially for drugstores, so I respect it a lot. Fenty stuff. Let's get back to the Fenty stuff. So, she's releasing this, okay, Diamond Bomb all over Diamond Veil in how many carats? That's what it says. And the new Gloss Bomb in Diamond Milk. So they're just, like, white things. This is gonna totally, like, take away from what I just said earlier about not needing any more lip products or a high-end lip gloss, but I do kind of want Diamond Milk a little bit. Like, I'm kind of into it. I know it's like a clear gloss, but I kind of like it. I kind of want it. I I don't know. But this gloss, I mean, diamond bomb thing is kind of where I'm like, I don't know what that is. I feel like it's just a pressed version of the fairy bomb. I don't know. It looks kind of glittery in some of the swatches that I saw. I can't find any on my Instagram, but if I find one, I'll put one up here. But it's just kind of like, I don't know. I don't need that. I don't even think I would want it in like a VIB sale. I have 2 of her duos, or kilowatt duos, and I need to get more use out of those, so I don't think I need to be buying any more of her highlighters or any highlighters, to be honest. So that one's just kind of like no, let's not worry about that right now. But I do kind of like the diamond milk. I'm kind of into it. You know what? I guess we'll just cut it there because I'm going through a lot and it just seems like there's like too much now, and I'm like, we just gotta wrap this up so I can edit this and put it up and all this good stuff. My cat's having a crisis on the ground, so I'm gonna go back and help him. But anyway, so those were all of the new releases I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. These are all the new releases. I'll have some declutters up soon. Y'all, my cat passed out. He looks so funny. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that? Why does he look like that? Anyway, but I gotta go because he's sleeping, so I'll catch y'all later. And yeah, bye. I don't like outros.